What's up everyone, this is Dr. Webb here, an orthopedic spine surgery fellow. In this video today, this is a 3 out of 4 part series on how to suture like a surgeon. In this video, we're going to be talking about a simple running suture as well as a subcuticular stitch. My first couple of videos, we talked about the basics of handling the surgical instruments, how to hand off a certain instrument, the different types of sutures, and we're going to be a little bit more advanced in this video. Thank you to the sponsors over at Artesia and SutureKit.com for this suturing kit. So the suturing kit that we got is actually a very unique one, and it has everything that we need to suture or to practice suturing. You have your Adson pickup, you have your needle driver with multiple sutures, scissors, as well as a surgical blade in case you wanted to make another laceration or defect to suture. So we're going to first start off with a simple running stitch. It's also called a baseball stitch. This is a suture that we use in trauma situations or when patients have large wounds that we need to close in a timely fashion. Suturing can take a lot of time to close a large wound. If we throw a running suture or a baseball stitch, this is a stitch that can save you some time. It's also a good suturing technique to just practice. So we have our needle driver here. We have our needle. You want to grab the needle kind of at the 2/3 of the way back. You don't want to grab it all the way back here, because when you're throwing your suture, that can throw off your mechanics and then grabbing the amount of tissue that you need. And you don't want to grab the edge of the needle as well. You won't be able to grab enough skin that way. So about 2/3 of the way back here, you want to grab your needle, and I like it slanted just a tad bit. Your Adson pickup, grab it like a pencil. And then we're going to just throw a simple interrupted suture that we talked about in our first video, just a couple of millimeters away from the skin edge. You can throw 2 kind of times, or you can go through the skin all at once. I decided to throw it 2 times. You want to grab the same amount of skin on each side. You can see the distance from that suture to the skin edge. Suture skin edge is about the same. And we're just going to throw this suture here. This edge of here does not need to be too long because you'll waste suture. You want to leave like a couple centimeters or so out of the skin, enough to grab. And then your needle driver goes in the middle, wrap it around twice, grab your suture, then pull it through. So my right hand is going to the left side, my left hand is going to the right side. You want to do that twice the first time. The second time you can just do it once. It's right in the middle of the two. Wrap it around once. The right hand is going to go to the right side, just like that. The third time that you do it, it's not here, it's under here. Wrap it around, grab your small suture, and switch your hands. At this point, I usually have the surgical tech or my assistant grab this smaller portion of the suture here, and we can go ahead and cut that. Leave a little small tail on there. You want to grab your needle again, about 2/3 of the way back. You want to enter the skin about 90 degrees, couple millimeters, or depending on how long your wound is, centimeter away from your last stitch, and throw another stitch. We're going to pull that through, and we're going to repeat this process a couple times. This is a running, non-interrupted stitch. Pull it through and repeat this process. So you can see it looks like a little baseball, the stitches on the baseball. You want to avoid doing what I just did, grabbing the edge of the needle. You can poke yourself. Just use your Adson pickup to grab it 2/3 of the way back. Throw another stitch all the way through, and then again. This time we're going to take it in 2 bites so you guys can see. You can take it in 2 bites or 1 bite. We're going to come up through the middle. And then you want to take the other side about equal distance. You can see my sutures are nicely spaced out. They're not too close together. The skin edges are approximated. And then we're going to throw 1 more. The last one that we do, you want to make sure that you leave a little loop at the end so you can actually tie it. So I didn't take enough skin there, a little bit deeper, and about equal distance from that last suture. This last portion here, you want to leave the circle or the loop, pull it down, that way the loop is smaller. Wrap it around once, wrap it around twice, and then grab the middle of that loop there. You can see that, grabbing the middle of the loop and pulling it through. You see how that lays down nicely there. We're going to do that again. Grab the middle. And sometimes if this knot is not all the way laid down, I usually just grab the edge of that, pull it, make sure it's tight. Edge of that, pull it. And it's the same process as a simple suture, the opposite direction. Grab the edge of the loop and pull it through. We'll do it again. The opposite direction, pull it through. So that is a run-in, non-interrupted suture. Cut the edges there. So now we're going to talk about a stitch called a subcuticular stitch. This is a suture that grabs the layer that's right under the dermis. So you have your epidermis, your dermis, and then your layer that's right below that subcuticular layer that we're going to place a stitch in. So we're going to use this one here. The first thing you want to do is actually decide whether you're going to suture away from you or suture towards you. I like to suture kind of towards me. So we're going to throw a deep stitch, which means you're using your adsense to pick up this layer here. You want to grab this layer, which is the subcuticular layer. Place that through there. And then your opposite side of the wound here, grab your needle, and I pull that through. That's what you have to be careful about. We'll throw that again. You don't want to pull it too far where you're pulling out your stitch. And then this opposite side of the wound here, you want to make sure that you go in the same distance apart as well as the same depth. So I came out right here. I want to go in right here. So my suture is going to go in this direction here. Same amount of depth in that stitch. Pull that through. And then similar process to a simple suture. Needle driver in the middle. We're going to go around twice and then pull that through. You can see the skin edges come together pretty nicely. In the middle, wrap it around once. And then the opposite direction for the last stitch. You're going to have your assistant cut this portion here. So that is pretty short. And then this is what you're going to use to run this subcuticular layer. Needle driver 2/3 of the way back. You want to grab that layer again. So we made our stitch go through that skin there. We want to make sure that the opposite side is equal distance and equal depth. You want to take that bite and come out just where you entered on the other side. So if I came out here, I want to make sure I come out that equal distance. And then that's your subcuticular kind of layer running stitch. We'll throw another one here, and that layer just below the skin. This is just used to approximate the skin when we're closing large wounds. And then this layer here, the stitch, equal distance, equal depth on the other side. You pull that through. Once you get to the end of the wound here, you can see that closes pretty nicely and it's all under the skin there. We'll throw one more so that we can throw this knot here. We'll throw that through the skin. We're gonna reposition my needle through the skin here. And sometimes this does happen in the operating room. What I would do is reposition your needle, just remain calm. So you want to throw it again. And then this is the loop that you will use to tie that suture there. So just like a simple interrupted suture, once, twice, and then pull that through. Like that. Once again, and that is and then just the opposite direction. And you cut it so everything's buried under the skin. So as you can see, you don't see any suture. We usually use a absorbable suture for this. It's under the skin here, and the skin edges are approximated pretty well. So those are the two sutures, a running kind of non-interrupted stitch, as well as a subcuticular stitch. The subcuticular stitch can be running or it can be interrupted. These are the two suture types that are common in trauma surgery, plastic surgery, orthopedic surgery, and they're pretty good to practice with. Thank you to the sponsors over at Artesia and SutureKit.com. Make sure you check them out in the description below. And for our last 4 of the 4 videos, how to suture like a surgeon, we'll see you then.